Hello, hello. Took me a second to get in here, but I made it. Awesome. So, we a little what I call wakey wakey shake and bakey. I got so distorted I forgot how to convert time. Anyway, first and foremost, welcome to new members of the Love Train community. If you found us, it's because you followed the energy organically, and that is how all of us ended up here together. So, you could see why I felt deeply inspired to come in here today. Um, okay, hang on. Somebody's trying to, something's going on in the chat here. Oh, goodness. If you guys are seeing something taking over the chat, just disregard it. Anyway, I wanted to come in here and let you guys know what's going on. This was literally just pulled right within the hour. Um, massive. This is hours long, and then we've got this interesting, cool, sneaky little line in there too, right? This is bringing forward a lot of stuff, a lot of energy. Um, for me, it was just beginning as I woke up this morning, and I slept like a brick. I actually overslept, which is interesting with even with this starting to come in, and then we've got again this coherence line, and so this is bringing forward more and more people are awakening than ever before, especially when we have these sustained blasts like this. And what gets enhanced for us is things like intuition. Our nervous system is getting recalibrated in a huge way. Also, heart coherence. And the what I'll show you on the Shakalaka chart next is the actual baseline. Our baseline frequency is elevated, which usually means that we are attempting to stabilize at a higher um, uh, level of consciousness, right? A higher frequency. And so, those, whenever we look to stabilize with these new levels, there's that period of disorientation, right? Or feeling like your head's like zipping forward and the body doesn't want to move. So it can feel very discombobulating. Okay. Nothing is wrong. Nothing is wrong. It's always happening for us. So, um, and I do want to address, there was a question that somebody put in a couple of days ago, and I want to address that for sure, because it really has an impact on all of us and how we, what's our role in this moving forward? Our role is always the same, right? We're just learning more and more about it as we go. First, let me spy on you guys. Let's see who's in here on this Tuesday morning. Azuki's here. Ola Manu is here. Janice is here. Hello. Judy's in the house. Kendra, hello. She said, I made it. Yay. Cheryl is here. Helene is here. Joanna, awesome. Jenny, you're feeling it? Yep. Alyssa is here. Karen's here. Hello. Welcome. And Sandra is here. And love it. And Kara's in the house. Awesomeness. Tammy, hello. Awesome. So, this, by the way, so this affects all of us differently, right? I told you for me, it was like really, definitely very grounding. Woke up with a perfectly quiet mind, but I definitely woke up and felt like I was in a different time space reality for sure. It took me a few minutes to kind of to be fully in the body, as we say. So yes, there is a lot going on with the nervous system, with the solar plexus, and we know with this, and this is like a combo. We've got the massive sheet of white light, right, which is again a vertical drop, but we still have, you see in here, this horizontal thing, which is that weaving that my guides have been showing me. And so it's the weaving is showing us this coherence, and it's always an opportunity for us to really to go inward because This is causing more, you know what, to hit the fan because the old timelines that are not desired, the old constructs are are reorganizing is the word they use. Reorganizing. I know from our perspective, it looks like it's falling apart, right? Why is everything falling apart? Why is everything so messed up? It's not, it is energy reorganizing itself so that it can be alchemized and brought in at this higher frequency where there's no BS, quite honestly. Okay. There's no BS. There's no nefarious intentions, none of that, because everyone is operating from the heart space in pure love and light, right? And we all mind our own energetic bizazzo there. It's a beautiful place, right? I shouldn't say there because it's here. It's here now. We choose it. We choose it. So, um, I see Stephanie's here from Idaho. Welcome, welcome. Yes, the nervous system is absolutely getting a little workout for sure. Okay, let's see. Let me show you guys I want to show you the Shakalaka chart because it shows very interesting energetically. And again, you, notice how this has felt in your body. And this is hours long, this thing. I don't count those little hashtags at the bottom, but you can if you want. If 2, 3, I don't know. It's like 7 or 8 hours. Okay. Uh, but right, time's not linear anyway. It's actually circular. That's another show. But it's true. Time is circular, not linear. So if you want to give your noodle something to spin on, that'll get it going in a second. All right, here we go. So this is what I've been shown, and I love this. So notice here, I'm going to go back and you can see the last 24 hours were relatively calm, but remember, calm doesn't mean you weren't feeling anything, okay? Because this was us still integrating, right? Integrating, for some of you releasing, right? It's very personal to you and what's going on in your reality. And so always prioritize how you feel, not just what's being reported here, because basically I tell you how I feel, and then here's what's going on with the collective energy, and then it affects you individually very differently. So always prioritize, okay, what was I noticing in my body? What did this mean for me, right? So this morning for me, I definitely felt the heat from this. I had the ringing in the ears for sure. For me though, whenever there's a big curtain of light like this, it is a deep grounding, right? It is a deep grounding, and it's super easy for me to ground. Um, and then for those who are newly awakening, remember this comes in phases, and it's almost like a curiosity of like, wait, why am I really here? Or just they're suddenly feeling their intuition more, and starting to ask questions, right? So all it's different for all. And then these spikes where you see these things spiking in these different chakras, those are purging, right? So you could see, right, when we have this much light that comes in, it gets underneath that dense energy and it's going to bring it to the surface. And so this is right, your body's going to purge whatever dense. Remember, the stuff that that body is holding is just incomplete, um, or unrealized emotions, right? We stuffed so many emotions down for so many decades and decades that all of it is purging, all of it. We don't need to go back to previous incarnations. We're only, when you clear what's here now, it's like a domino effect, right? Because it's happening in the quantum field. Ah, again, time is not linear. So cool. So you can see though, I wanted to show here, this was basically the baseline, right? And you see what happened is the baseline jumped up and it stays up. Even as these spikes come in, the baseline, right, which was down here, is up. And so this means when it stays up like that, this will present itself in a new energetic frequency as our new baseline. When that happens, which means to follow, which is what I'm leading into, is that there's an integration. That for me always feels weird because what happens is you have a bunch of different timelines that you're sorting through basically, not you, not your who man, because our who man would mess this up so badly. Your consciousness is sorting through it and then helping you to stabilize. And so you may be in and out of different timelines during that restabilization. And that's where you can have like things like the Mandela effect happen, or where's my keys? They were here yesterday and then they come back in. All kinds of things. Blurbs with electronics, very common. All kinds of things like, wait, didn't we already have that conversation? All those things are possible um, when we're in this restabilization. So now the question that someone posed was, they asked me, and I think it was a newer member of the Love Train. They wanted to know why I'm not talking about what's going on around the world. And my answer is, I am every single day. What's going on around the world is the Great Awakening. And we are on the Love Train here. Our light workers call us like an advanced team who came here to be the light, to shine it for those awakening behind us so that they have an easy, quick path. And so, what does that mean? I hear so many people, and even when I first heard about the law of attraction, I was like, what in the heck are you talking about? So, my guides have given me such precise information on this. I'm going to share it the way they gave it to me because it's very easy to digest. Like energy attracts like energy. So if you have a plug that you can use on a 220 volt, right? And then you have another plug that's got a different voltage, they don't go, right? They're not a match. Your appliance doesn't match whatever the voltage is. Same thing. So like energy attracts like energy. Now, where I see a lot of people unknowingly, right, myself included when I first heard it, hear about the law of attraction is I think, oh, all I need to do is think, oh, I don't like this, so I want this. The problem is I'm now holding both ends of a stick. I'm holding, I don't want this and giving it my focus. And I'm holding, I want this and giving it my focus. What am I doing? Oh, this is what I call energetic tug of war. So we focus upon only the desired outcome. No one, we are not ignoring what is going on the planet. There is no one who incarnated at this time that doesn't have an absolute love for Gaia, an absolute love for all souls here, all animals here, all plants, all of it. It's just a given. You didn't even raise your hand. Nothing in the fifth dimension is anything but pure love and light. So it is understood that we are here. We understand that through fear and distortion is what created what is now reorganizing. So just like we can't say, oh, I'm focusing on what I didn't want and what I want, you are nulling out your power. We are a creator within our own reality. And so all of what we none of us find pleasant to see is being reorganized. We came here to focus on the desired outcome. Change does not happen exteriorly. And there's a false myth on the planet right now that if we push against something hard enough, if we push against it hard enough, it'll go away. They'll see it my way. I'm going to convince. And we're not here to convince or change. We can't. All change happens within. Period. If you don't like the movie that you're watching, take that film out of your projector and put a new one in. And that's what we're doing. And that goes for not just, right, the whole situation in the world, but for your personal life too, right? We're right. You're here to have experiences in the human body as source creator. And so, and I get it. It feels like, and we are not doing nothing. What we are doing is pulling into alignment what the original, already created, already exists, fifth dimension, new earth. It already exists. We're not going to find it. We don't need to, we're not cleaning another one. We're not changing another one. And so, what we are focused on here, though, is our own sovereignty and our own energy, because that is where all of our power is. Each individual has their own, is creator within their own reality. And the only way to change exterior perceptions, reality, is by the internal shift. And this is why we're talking about embodiment. This is why we're talking about alignment. And I hope that this explanation helps make sense. And so, in other words, when we ask for something, right, out of a desire, oh, I want this. Oh, whatever. I love Hawaii. Oh, I just know I'm going there, right? But if at the same time we say, but I don't have the money, there's the tug of war. So you just let go of the I love it and I want to go already exists in your non-physical part of you, which is the greatest part of you. The who man, the who am I man, looked at the fear of what is, focused on what is right now, focused on what already manifested. Right now, I don't have the money. That's resistance. So also, if we see something we don't like, we don't want to see this repeated. Oh, look at that. I can't believe they did that. Oh, I can't believe they did that. Oh, did you hear? All of that, what are you doing? You're focusing on it more, which is giving it if you give it your focus, you're giving it your creative energy. And so this is why, to create a different outcome from what we're currently seeing, which has already manifested, we must focus forward, focus forward, focus on the desired outcome. This is the kindest and most loving thing we can do for all, because we then will inspire others. And there are so many people, they're good hearted. They want to change, but they're focusing on everything that they think is screwed up, which gives energy to the exact thing that you don't want. So, in other words, the law of attraction works for yes, I want that. It also works on no, I don't want that. So it's always focusing from love, focusing forward on the desired outcome. And that's why what we're doing here is so important. You will not hear me. I could sit here and read the news if we really wanted to all go into the toilet seat together, into the toilet bowl together. I could sit here and read the news and everybody would go into fear. We would be disconnected from our higher self where all our power is. And then we'd be like, how come it smells like caca in here? Well, because we focused ourselves back into the toy. We're out of the toy already. We're already out of it. The new energy is here. The 5D energy is here. And I get it. The test for us all now is, don't let your thoughts get sloppy. When you start to worry about something, say, oh, wait a minute, the solution already exists in my power center, which is my non-physical, which is the biggest part of you. Okay, so just remember, law of attraction. You can focus on the thing you don't want, and that's where all your magic powers are going, right? So it's always focusing on that desired outcome, and just start from where you're at. Have compassion, breathe into your heart. And I know this doesn't sound logical, because logic is in the third dimension. It's the gerbil wheel. We need to push, we need to resist, we must stand up and fight. No, we focus inward. We focus on peace and ease, knowing. We knew when we incarnated the solution already existed. We didn't come here and go, oh, I hope this works, because you're dragging me through a crazy roller coaster ride. There was no finger crossing, no praying, oh, is it going to happen? We knew it already existed, and we came here to be the conduit, to be the energetic conduit, and be the light, and to really lay down these golden bricks so that everybody who awakens behind us goes, oh, I get it. Oh, I get it. All I need to do, focus on the desired outcome that's in my heart without fear, without pressing, because all all souls have the ability, their souls will decide when they awaken. It's not our job to pull anybody over the line. It's not our job to convince anybody. That's entanglement. It's only mind your own energetic bizazzo, especially right now, and just forgive anyone who's in turmoil because they're purging a lot now, right? If you're not awakened, this can feel like distress because it's going to push dense energy, it's going to push dense emotion, it's going to push anything heavy to the surface. We have to feel it to heal it. So I hope so. Here, for the person, and thank you for the question. But it's exactly what we're doing here. We are here focusing into form, absolute heaven on earth. There is already much evidence of this. Many in this community are experiencing it in their own reality now. And our ability to manifest from the heart just keeps increasing and increasing and increasing. And if you find it too much, if the noodle, this, by the way, for those of you who are new, going into the head, I call it the noodle soup factory. Why? Because it can only make noodle soup from your history files. It can't come up with a brand new idea. It doesn't want to. It just wants to tie old fear-based thoughts together. So when you think there's only one solution to a perceived problem, you know you're up here. The first step is, oh, wait a minute. I'm feeling fear around this and I'm feeling worry and doubt. This means I know I'm not in my heart. I'm in the noodle soup factory. Every single every single package that comes out says I'm scared and says, "Oh, you're screwed. There's only one solution," right? The moment you recognize that, now you can call yourself back into your body because when you're in here, operating in here, you are not in your body. And what I mean by that is embody that non-physical part of you, embody your soul, call your soul in, call the source part of you in. That's what you're doing. That's your magical creator. Call yourself into your body. I recommend doing it 3 times. Don't read it like a script. Breathe. Call my higher self, whatever words feel good to you and powerful, fully into my body in this now moment. And feel your breath fully. Even when I say that, I feel my feet energized. Like, make that your practice. Go into your heart and slow your breath down, and then tell yourself a solution to this already exists. All I need to do is stay calm. All I need to do is stay out of the noodle soup factory. And if you need a boost, there's an activation in here called A Solution Already Exists that my guides brought forward last week. It is incredibly powerful. It literally is designed to calm your nervous system down if you're worried or doubting anything. But it's key that you slow. Don't do it when you're distracted. Don't do it when if you're around others who may be triggering you. Make sure it's self-care, it's self-love. Give yourself that space and that time to slow everything down and bring yourself back into alignment, back into energetic alignment. And it only takes one small step to make sure that you're having that downstream thought, right? And I get it. If you've been pushing against something and pushing it, it can take you a minute. It's to flip your boat around, so to speak. But you can take your boat out of the water completely and just say, "No, what? My only thing I need to do right now is calm down and go into my heart." And that's it. That's it. That alone will help you be in alignment. And then use that activation. There's two actually that were posted last Thursday, and they work in tandem. And so we're learning more and more that really the name of the game here is, am I allowing my higher self to just run the show? Because it already knows, even if your human's not aware the things are in your heart, it knows, but it's always heart centered. So if you're still doing things you think you have to do or should do, that is the old construct that will trip you up. What do I want to do? When you honor your heart first. What do I want to do? And really feel into that when you're in your body. That's your step. That is your step. And if nothing else, chill out, rest, and allow yourself to come to neutral, because that is alignment. And from alignment, now things can come into form, right? And the level and the amplitude of your alignment is what speeds it up. And the hint is that the acceleration comes from you being still, not active, not distracted, not forcing, not controlling, not pushing. It's coming into that stillness and saying, a solution already exists and I know it. So all I need to do is chill out. Oh, right now it would be really good to go lay in the sun. I think I'll go do that. Oh, know what? I think I want to go to the park. Yeah, maybe I'll whip out my paint set, start painting. Oh, I love cooking. Maybe I'll go cook something, put on some nice music. That's all alignment. That's all alignment. When you're there, P.S., having fun, doing something heart aligned is when your team, your guides will can drop in hints for you, can drop in. You're in alignment. That's when you'll see the synchronicities. That's when you get these, okay, they will give you signs, but we can't see signs from fear. You can't hear guidance from fear. So it's always, always, always drop, drop, drop into that heart and slow everything down. Slow everything down. So um, I hope this was helpful. On Thursday's focus group is going to be amazing. I can already feel it. I'm getting a tremendous amount of downloads with this energy, and really they're showing me more and more, or giving me better words as to how we all just need to allow more of the creator part of us ourselves to embody. And it's really it's less effort. Most of all, it's, are you observing your thoughts, and are you letting yourself go in the rabbit hole? And when you get triggered, are you pulling yourself back in? And stop worrying about what other peeps are doing. Their souls have their own divine timing. No one's doing anything to you. If you feel that, then you're giving your energy away to them, versus, wait a minute, I'm just gonna, this person's on their own journey. And right now, my priority is, what am I creating? What am I creating with this thought right now? Which end of that stick am I holding? Am I holding the part that I want to create, or am I focusing on something that I don't want? Am I pushing back against something I don't like? So, ah, that's what I got for you guys today. A quick update. And just, by the way, hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. If your body feels like it needs rest, take some rest. But there's so much going on with these, especially the third eye stuff is definitely still increasing in power. And use this time to ground and go within. And I can't stress it enough. When you think you've slowed down enough, slow down more. When you think you've slowed down enough, slow down more. Slow down your breath. And really, when you really do, you can feel for that energy. Anybody can do it. You can do it right now. Put your hand on your heart, breathe, have your breath go into your heart space. And then you can just say, intuition, are you here? You'll get a yes. You will get a yes. But then don't read it a laundry list of items. It never leaves you. And it only gives you what you need in the moment. It doesn't give you an entire playbook. And so you can slowly feel for that energy when you get that yes. That's the alignment. That's the feeling of alignment. And so you can play with that. That alone is so much power. Don't let go of the to-do list or the task list. I think today, prioritizing your energy and being in the heart space, staying grounded and staying hydrated is really, really the best thing you can do. And by doing that for you, know what the bonus is? You are now radiating pure love and light across the planet that is aiding everyone, everyone. So it's always a bonus. We must give our gifts to ourselves first. Always, 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 because we are powerful creator within our own creation. And when you amplify what's in your heart, it gets amplified for all. So, that's what I got today, guys. Thank you to everyone who's here. Really take time today. Revisit those two activations from last week. I'll tell you, it's perfect. It's ideal because why? Because this light will amplify it. And remember, we've all jumped forward again in consciousness with this. You're not even the same person you were last Thursday. You're not the same person you were you went to bed last night. So use this energy now, recalibrate yourself, and use those activations to fine tune what's going on inside, because the finer you're tuning, the finer the reality comes back to you. I promise. It absolutely is the truth. So I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here, and I will continue to follow the energy, and you will see me as do